Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The Rise of Invisible Security. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word about the show. Now, let's get started. Because criminality is now rising at a ferocious speed and spreading like never before, we're seeing a new phenomena that is being used to counter it. What is it? It's called invisible security. The wealthy and the middle class now realize that sometimes, and perhaps most of the time, the most effective security is the one that you don't see anymore. What kind of security would that be? Well, first let's start with bodyguards. It used to be that back in the day, when a VIP or a celebrity wanted security, they would surround themselves with guys in black suits. They'd have earphones in their ears or walkie-talkies in their hands. Now, oftentimes, that's no longer the case. Now, most executive security is dressing down. They dress casually, and they don't want people to know that they're security. At least most of them. Some of them will still, dress like security as a visual deterrent. But more of them, more often than not, the larger percentage of them will be casual and a little more difficult to detect. Now, they also have communications, earphones in their ears, but chances are they're much smaller and more concealed than they used to be. They may have weapons on them, but they're not openly brandishing them unless they have to. They may travel in armored vehicles, but not in the way that most people are expecting. Back in the day, they would travel in black Suburbans. Today, they may travel in a bulletproof gray minivan that is designed not to be noticed. The whole purpose of executive security is not to be seen and to get their VIP client out of there as quickly as possible. When I used to work as a producer for Oprah years ago, she really didn't travel in a black limousine very often. She used to travel to and from work in an inconspicuous minivan. If you saw her behind the wheel out on the road in this minivan, you would mistake her for just about anybody else, any normal person driving down the freeway in Chicago traffic. If you saw her private plane at the airport, you wouldn't know it was hers unless you knew the tail number of her plane. Unlike some of these other idiots, she wouldn't have her name splashed all over the side of the plane. That would be too high profile and a bit silly. The whole point, besides, I think everybody already knows who Oprah is, so. The whole point of this system is to be as undetected as possible. If Oprah walked around Chicago to do some window shopping, she would do it without makeup. And most people couldn't even recognize Oprah on the streets of Chicago without makeup. Now, this was before the city of Chicago went insane and the criminals took charge of everything and started robbing and looting everything. So I doubt that she's window shopping in Chicago these days. Now, let's talk about invisible residential security in New York, LA, Miami. It's not like it used to be. Private residents in many of these towns are now employing invisible security to make themselves and their families and their businesses much safer. For example, very few high net worth individuals are still driving their expensive cars. Instead, they're driving Toyotas or something else low key. You don't want your vehicle to get so much attention that you or your family may get followed home and you have your car stolen or your home invaded. Next, they're having their adult-aged children carry licensed firearms and professionally trained on how to use them. Younger children can be seen taking jiu-jitsu classes to learn self-defense and situational awareness. Next, everyone is now scrubbing their social media of any mentions of where they've been in the past, where they are now, or where they're going. You just don't want people knowing your business and waiting for you to leave your home for a week. The next thing these people don't want is their children or family using their real names in the public, especially if they have a very unique name. The next new form of invisible security is remote security. That means that the entire family or group is covered with optical and digital surveillance wherever they go. If the family surveillance notices that the family is being aggressively followed by stalkers or reporters or opportunistic thieves, then their surveillance or security team will react and address that. If you take your family to church every day at the same time, then your security will take countermeasures for that as well. If the family gets in a traffic accident while driving somewhere, then security will get all the family members out of the area and just let the individual who was behind the wheel stay and wait for the police. Because of all the sophisticated new invisibility training out there, this is being used more and more often as its value is seen. And we expect this phenomena to grow quickly as street criminality and high-end professional organized crime continues to grow across the country. Will it get worse? Yes. Will law enforcement increase its effort to protect people? We don't believe so. In fact, we believe that these problems will continue to escalate. So what does this portend for everyday people who can't afford their security? It means that they should consider carrying a licensed and concealed weapon of some sort. They should stop wearing any and all jewelry. They should travel with other individuals. They should avoid going out there after midnight because nothing good happens after midnight. They should avoid dating financially impoverished individuals. Why is that? Because you may think you're doing somebody a favor by treating them nicely when you invite some poor date over to your enormous mansion. But over time, when they're missing 2 or 3 meals a week, they're going to look at that ridiculous mansion of yours and they're going to start talking to their friends. And then some of the friends may come over and pay you a visit in the middle of the night. In fact, many security experts now tell their clients to stop walking around and acting like you're invisible and start acting like you're prey. If you know you're the prey, then you'll be much less likely to be the prey. Keep your head on a swivel so you can always tell if you're being watched or tracked or followed. A little bit more awareness goes a long way. Good luck. Thank you for watching. I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we put up a new episode. Also, we ask that you post your link to today's show on all your social media so that you can inform everybody you know. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.